The finger pointing, of course, has begun. The Kamala Harris staff is upset with the Biden staff. Biden staff upset with the Harris staff. Are we having fun yet? And Joe Scarborough. Give you an idea of why Kamala Harris lost. If you watch the Morning Joe show, hosted by Joe Scarborough and his now wife, Mika Brzezinski, it's nonstop. Donald Trump is an a-hole. Donald Trump is a Nazi. Donald Trump is a fascist. Oh, and by the way, Donald Trump is an a-hole. I already said that. Yeah, I know. They like calling him an a-hole. Over and over and over again. I forget what they make. I think Scarborough probably makes around 10, and Mika probably makes half that. So they were having a discussion about cost of living. And Scarborough didn't seem to understand how much butter costs. I'll have that for you. It was extremely entertaining, and it is a microcosm of why they lost. But first, there is he's a official at University of Oregon. His title is Assistant Director of Fraternity and Sorority Life. Okay? Assistant Director of Fraternity and Sorority Life. Presumably somebody that makes people feel good about being in a fraternity, makes people feel good about being in a sorority at a public university. Did I mention public university? I think I mentioned public university. So after Donald Trump wins, for reasons that escape me, the gentleman posted the following on social media, number 34.
I'm done crying. My sadness is over. My anger has set in. I am a very petty person, and I am very proud of that. Love it about myself, actually. And so I say this in the most disrespectful way possible. I don't care if you are my family. I don't care if you're my friend. I don't care if we've been friends our entire lives. You can literally go yourself if you voted for Donald Trump. If you are so sad about your groceries being expensive, get a better paying job. Do better in life. Get a education. Do something. Because you are stupid. And I hope you go jump off of a bridge.
Did I mention the gentleman is the Assistant Director of Fraternity and Sorority Life at University of Oregon? So I Googled his name, and it turns out he's now been placed on paid administrative leave. And the university has confirmed that the post has been taken down after the university, quote, counseled with the individual, close quote. Probably said something to the effect of, take it down or you're fired. Now, one of the members of the alumni says, I'm pulling my $100,000 gift from the university if this guy still has a job by the end of the month. We'll find out. If you feel that things cost too much money, get you a better effing job. Who says that? And this is the party that's sensitive, empathetic, understands your struggle. If something costs too much, get you a better effing job. You're a loser. And if you voted for Trump, and I suspect, even at University of Oregon, liberal state, liberal university, I suspect there might be, one or two people that actually voted for Donald Trump. Who says that? It's stunning to me how people who do not like Donald Trump just brazenly tell people who voted for him to go jump off an effing bridge. You know, you just know you're right. Anybody who voted for Donald Trump has got to be a fascist, if not a racist, if not sexist, if not anti-Semitic, if not anti-Muslim, if not somebody who doesn't like watching Friends. I don't know. This is how people like that feel. And this is why you lost. You really think that calling people who support somebody, and many people support this man rabidly, calling people like that stupid, and if you complain about prices, get a better job, which shows you this guy does not live paycheck to paycheck. Most Americans do. And when you're paying 20, 30% more for the same stuff you bought 3.5 years ago, it hurts. Maybe not this guy, but it hurts most people. And to have no understanding of that and no empathy for it blows my mind. And there are so many people like that. That's why I live in L.A. You dare not drive around this city with a Trump bumper sticker on your car unless you want it keyed. It will get keyed. It will get keyed by the open-minded, tolerant, understanding people who are afraid that Donald Trump's going to take your civil rights away and burn the Constitution. Now, yesterday, I think it was yesterday, day before yesterday, it's all blurring together. We talked about a magazine called Annabelle. It is a Swiss magazine. However, the writer of it lives in L.A., has an American husband, and the magazine is published in German. But one of the producers here at the show has a friend who lives in Switzerland. She translates it in English for him and sends it. And gives you an idea of how the European left thinks about Donald Trump and thinks about the election. Headline: Kamala Harris's election defeat lost because she's a woman? And then first part of it has to do with things that Donald Trump said that were, in her view, sexist, misogynistic. He mocked Nancy Pelosi. She's a bad person, evil, she's bad, sick, crazy. Donald Trump said this at a rally as the crowd roared. Now, Donald Trump said stuff like that about, Gavin Newsom. Is that a problem? Or is it okay to say stuff like that if you're a male, but if you're a female and have the same left-wing crazy views, they're from the same state, very close, then all of a sudden you cross the line. Quote, Trump and company ran a deeply misogynistic campaign. And then you get this. America has voted against highly qualified women twice when they ran for the White House, referring to Hillary and referring to Kamala Harris. Following paragraph, both times they faced an unqualified man, that would be Donald J. Trump, whose campaign consisted primarily of misanthropy, which means hatred of humans, misogyny, and racist. And not just in his rhetoric, but also in substance. This raises the question, she continues. Did Kamala Harris only lose because she is a woman, a black woman to boot? Question mark, close quote. Now, this woman, I presume, was living in L.A. when I ran for governor. And I asked the gentleman who knows the person in Switzerland, did this woman write a column about how the L.A. Times called Larry Elder a man and a black man to boot, the black face of white supremacy? Did she write a similar column when another writer for the LA Times named Jean Guerrero referred to my views as white supremacist? Did she have my back as she has Kamala Harris's because we're both black to boot?